Bitcoin something that you wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole because it is a bubble, or what?
Well, you can't bet on everything, Stuart. You have to pick your top ideas. And in Bitcoin, although I think it's going to go higher, just simply isn't one of my top ideas. This is a bubble, but, bubbles have a way of kind of roping everyone in. In 1999, when the NASDAQ went up 50%, fewer and fewer, no one thought it was a bubble. They just thought it was the future. So again, I think Bitcoin, I think it goes higher from here. There could be that last push up, but I think we're more like in the 7th or 8th inning rather than the first or second.
How have you invested in Bitcoin themselves or in blockchain technology? How have you put your money to work?
I have to say, Charles, Stuart, excuse me, I own quite a bit of Bitcoin, and it's just too painful to talk about. I own one Bitcoin, but at some point I own quite a bit more. All you can say is coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Really? Really? I'm surprised. Capitalist pig, I am surprised at you, Jonathan.
Well, Stuart, I just don't want to piss you off, okay? I understand what's going on. I just don't want to make you angry, okay? So, just one Bitcoin.
Stay right there. Even though you confused me with Charles Payne twice in the last 3 minutes, don't worry about it. Just stay there, okay? Jordan Belfort, on the phone. Way of the Wolf author. He says he's got something important to say about Bitcoin. All right, go. Say it.
All right, I'll say it real quick. So I was going through the news last night. I saw an article about a guy named Emil Oldenburg from Sweden, who is a CTO, a big player in the Bitcoin exchange in Sweden. And he publicly announces 2 days ago that he's dumped all his Bitcoin because of the problems that I said on the show. It's not liquid. You can't really use it. And he makes a public announcement. This is the worst investment now in the world, Bitcoin. Riskiest thing ever. But you should put all your money into Bitcoin Cash. That's what I bought. And guess what happens? Now Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin crashes the last day, down 30% or so. And Bitcoin Cash starts rallying. If this guy was on the level, legit, why make a public announcement? Unless you're trying to create trading activity, this is exactly how manipulation works. Okay. This is the dump. The dump is he sells, he says, oh, this is the next great thing, puts his money in, everyone follows him. That's what's going on.
Jordan, thank you very much for watching the show and phoning in like this. Very opportune moment, I gotta say. Bitcoin's price is down by $1,100 as we speak. And
this is why.
Yeah, right. And capitalist pig, Honig, still with us. You're listening to that. What do you say?
I would discount anything that Jordan Belfort says, to be honest, Stuart. This is a proven criminal. This is somebody who's cheating investors. I think you have to consider the source, and whatever he says, I would probably do the opposite.
He laid out a good case of how Bitcoin can be manipulated by the insiders because there's a very tiny float. Everybody's chasing a very limited number of Bitcoins. Don't you want to respond to that, Jonathan?
Bernie Madoff laid out a great. Charles, Stuart, I don't want to be hyperbolic here, but consider the source.
Let's talk facts. Let's talk facts. Come on, talk facts. Don't attack my character.
Okay, well, that's a fair point, Jonathan. You respond to that?
I think you have to consider the facts and your character at the same time. There's plenty of people with opinion about Bitcoin. I don't know. Don't you owe people money? Jordan, I reread in the papers that you still owe people money.
Is it confusing from the main point here about Bitcoin? I thought we were talking about Bitcoin.
No, I listen to 1,000 deals a day. People have stock ideas. Why would I listen to a proven criminal like you?
Listen, the bottom line is if you want to talk about Bitcoin, I'm here to talk about Bitcoin. You want to diffuse, avoid that subject because you know that I'm right.
Okay.
I just talked about Bitcoin for 3.5 minutes. I think it's going higher. I wouldn't listen to you.
Because I'm coming up on a hard break. I'm sorry, everybody. I gotta go. Jordan, Jonathan, thank you very much, gentlemen. We appreciate it. Interesting discussion.
Yeah, it was very.
I didn't mean to set off a firestorm.
It was rock and sock on TV.
Yes, Charles. Right.